morning. Welcome to the E3 Weekly Market Report. It's August the 31st. Exports have just come out. Let's take a look at those. Cotton sales of 230,700 running bales. And the breakdown is Vietnam took 58,500. We have China taking 54,200. Turkey taking 31,200. Then we've got, looking at new crop, 2018-19, 26,400 running bales. Actual shipments of 156,300 running bales. Looking at the reaction of the market, no real reaction. We were down 20 before the report. We're down 19 right now. We'll check back on that in just a few minutes. Let's now go to soybeans. Soybean net sales of 123,200 metric tons. That's for 2016-17. Now, again, we're in the process of switching to new crop, so these numbers are going to be light. China took 209,900. Netherlands took 85,800. Japan took 64,800. Then as we look for new crop, 2017-18, net sales of 1,559,100 metric tons. And that was total numbers, very big, and evidently we continue to roll from old crop to new crop. Looking at the breakdown, we have China, unknown destinations, 1,130,400 metric tons. China took 158,000 metric tons. Thailand took 140,200 metric tons. And looking there, soybeans were up a half. Now soybeans are up 1. So we've slightly firmed up there. Corn. Net sales, old crop, 188,400. Let's just go straight to the new crop and see new crop for 2017-2018. Net sales of 804,200 metric tons. Unknown destinations. Took 237,800 metric tons. Mexico took 159,800 metric tons. Guatemala took 114,900 metric tons. Corn before the report was down 1 cent. Right now, corn is down 3/4 cent. Wheat net sales 536,000 metric tons, and that's up 39% from the previous week. Up 32% over the 4-week average. Japan took 99,600. The Philippines took 83,500. Republic of South Africa took 82,100. The wheat market was trading up 2 before the report. Now it's trading up 2. Let's go and look what we've seen happening lately. Very negative in the grains. Every day looks like a down day as we go back over the last 3 weeks of trade. We make a new low almost every day. Markets are extremely oversold, but we're down for a reason. The perception is the crop continues to get bigger. Looking at December corn, 3 weeks ago, that market was trading at 389. Today, we're looking at it at 344.5. That's a 45-cent drop in corn over the last 3 weeks. Market's very oversold, as I mentioned. Expect we could see a bounce that could last for a few days, but then we'll probably roll over again. A reminder, and this is true in all the grains, seasonals are down from here through the 1st of October. So that is the trend for the market. We've started that a little earlier than normal, but nevertheless, that's what it is. As far as how low we could go, I think the downside target for December corn could be 325. Depending on how big a bounce we might eventually see from being oversold, there might be an opportunity to do some pricing. November soybeans. Over the last 3 weeks, we've seen that market drop 55 cents from a high of 988.5 to a low right now of 932.75. Same things for beans. Oversold, looking for some type bounce. Perhaps it can last for a couple of days, 2 to 3 days, and then we'll probably roll over again and move toward our seasonal low toward the 1st of October. The target there for soybeans in November could be $9. December wheat. 3 weeks ago, we were at $495.5. Right now, at 431. That's a 64-cent drop we've seen over those 3 weeks. Look for a bounce there also, possibly. And then as we roll over and move down with soybeans and corn, could ultimately make a low there at $4. Let's talk about cotton. What can we say about cotton? Very volatile. A month ago, when we had the crop report came out, it shocked people with a much bigger crop than had been anticipated. We sold off for 2 solid weeks and dropped 456 points from a high made a month ago at 71.70 to a low 2 weeks ago at 66.64. Then we bounced from those low levels. General feeling was we would continue to work lower, but Hurricane Harvey came along and changed things. We've probably lost, according to some analysts, as much as 500,000 bales of cotton in South Texas, with severe quality damage to the crop down there. The market was really looking forward to that cotton. You're talking about maybe a total of 2 million bales of cotton in that area. So the market's having to deal with that now. It's caused the market to bounce the solid for the last week. And we've moved up in here and basically erased all the losses that took place from that large crop report. What do we expect now? Well, going forward, I think it's best to talk about a price range. The market could move up some more. If speculators are covering shorts, it could very well be. We just have to deal with that. How high that could go? We're trading right now at 70.68. The whole move. Yesterday, we got up to about 70.94. This market could firm up more. It could firm up towards 72. Some analysts even pointed to 73. Or it could be what we've seen overnight might be it. We might just get close to 71. I think the downside could be 67. What it's going to take to move outside that range will be some change in weather. Either we continue cool through most of cotton producing areas, and that's going to be a problem for this market to continue to develop into a very big crop, or we could see some warm weather and dry weather. We could finish this crop out and have still, even with the losses in South Texas, a very big crop. It's just going to be later than normal. So as far as what to expect, 67 to maybe 72, just as a guess to the upside. But if we do have good weather, we get through this, the rain's coming up through the Mid-South and the Delta right now and over the next day. If that's a manageable amount, we don't see damage, then this market going into next week could start to move down again from these levels. Ultimately, well, the seasonal usually is made from mid-November to the 1st of December. Ultimately, with a really big crop, this thing can move into the low 60s. But that's a long way away from now. We've got to work through the difficulties we've been facing with this market. So that's it. Let's look at this market one last time. December cotton, as I mentioned, was down 20 before the export report. Pretty good report. It's down 18 right now, no real reaction. Soybeans are right now up a half cent. Before the report, they were up a half cent. Corn is down 3/4 of a cent at 3.44 3/4. It's trading right now down 1. And the wheat market in December is up 1 1/4. It's backed off some. It was up 2. That's it. Thanks for being with us for this week's E3 Market Report. We'll talk to you later. Thank you.